just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. And he gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. It's just, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
This past weekend, Notre Dame was close to closing in on an offensive coordinator to replace Tommy Rees. Now, I've reacted to the Tommy Rees news already. I've already talked about this heavily. And I think an opportunity to go out and hire a more experienced offensive coordinator, a more creative offensive coordinator than Tommy Rees would be the best thing for Marcus Freeman. A guy who's very new to being a head coach, being able to go out and hire someone with multiple years of experience would be the best for the Fighting Irish in the future and also for the job security of Marcus Freeman. They narrowed their search and it came down to what seemed to be Andy Ludwig, who is the offensive coordinator from Utah. He was even on campus this past weekend and spotted at a hockey game with the Notre Dame coaching staff. I thought everything was practically signed, sealed, and delivered, that he was going to be Notre Dame's next offensive coordinator. And it made a lot of sense. It checked every box that I just highlighted there. He's 58 years old. He's been at multiple highly revered programs, recognizable programs like Wisconsin. He spent time at Vanderbilt and then at Utah, where these past few seasons, Utah was one of the most highly productive offenses in the country, despite having less talent than big name programs, particularly like Notre Dame. The hire made perfect sense. However, a roadblock stepped in that I think many people did not anticipate for a program like Notre Dame. The buyout for Andy Ludwig, which seems to be $2 million, was a number that Notre Dame was unwilling to pay to get him to come coach for the Fighting Irish. $2 million. Look, simply put, and I have tried to defend Notre Dame for the longest time, and I am always going to be a Notre Dame homer at heart. It is one of the few programs that I will sit here and admit that I do have bias when it comes to supporting Notre Dame and supporting their decisions. But if they are unwilling to pay the money to improve this program, to take the necessary steps that teams in the SEC are willing to take, they are not going to reach the upper echelon of competing for a national championship. They are not going to get back to the level that we remember, and that frankly, I don't even remember because I was too young to witness when they were last really competing for national championships. It is a different era of college football. If they are unwilling to pay a $2 million buyout to attract one of the best potential candidates for Notre Dame, they are not going to be successful in the long term. Get used to 3-loss seasons because that is going to be what is going to happen on a year-to-year basis for Notre Dame. There's a reason why people compare Notre Dame fans to Cowboys fans, because the results are the same every year and we're constantly screaming into the void. Hopefully something changes. Hopefully whoever they hire as the next offensive coordinator is better than Andy Ludwig. I truly hope that it is the case, but there is not many signs of optimism in this situation. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Also hit that subscribe button. We'll be back with more.